Almost a year ago, teachers and staff at Woodmore Elementary School had to make a choice: give in to grief or put on a brave face. Faculty at that school had to deal with the loss of these 6 students in a traumatic bus crash. Many turned to professional counselors for comfort, promised on the bus company's dime. NewsChannel 9's Catherine Marchand learned there are people still waiting for their counseling bills to be paid. She joins us now with this investigation. Catherine.
Latricia, not too long after the crash, Durham School Services announced it would cover funeral expenses, medical bills, and grief counseling. But it's been almost a year, and some of those counseling bills are piling up. When a bus carrying several of her students crashed, Woodmore Elementary teacher Cherry Schrick couldn't control the chaos outside. She promised inside her classroom would be a safe space.
We shut our door and we carried on like it was a normal day past that.
Her resilient kids bounced back quickly. She didn't. 3
of my students didn't come back. So to walk into my classroom and see that, I mean, we are with them almost as much as their parents are.
Half of the students killed in the Woodmore bus crash were in Cherry's 4th grade class.
Ziana, Zoe, and Cordasia.
There are 3 empty seats, Cherry's daily reminder of the loss.
They were amazing little girls, and they were, one of them in particular was like really starting to blossom.
Cherry realized she needed to see a grief counselor, and she wasn't the only one. School Secretary Elisa Bibbs was having a tough time too.
Wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating, was just functioning.
4 days after the bus crash, Durham School Services CEO David Duke offered to cover the cost of counseling for family members, parents, and members of the Woodmore Elementary School staff. Elisa took him up on it.
My position at the school, I see every child, I meet every family. They are all mine, so I feel that connection with them.
She started seeing a grief counselor in December.
It was helping. I was able to release a lot.
But 3 months later, she had to stop.
Durham never paid for any of my counseling. I paid out of pocket. I haven't been in months because I just can't afford to keep paying out of pocket.
Same with Cherry, except she says her counselor is simply working for free.
And when I questioned her about it, she was very quick to say, but I'm not coming after you for anything. I will do this until you feel better. But Durham owes her that money.
Cherry tells me her counselor saw other teachers after the crash too. Some are still going in for sessions. She wants Durham to pay up for those staffers as well.
It bothers me because Durham interrupted my life and interrupted my students' lives, and they said that they were going to do this.
Cherry went to Woodmore's leaders about the issue. Her administration brought it to the attention of the Hamilton County Department of Education. The central office has been in contact with Durham, but it hasn't changed anything.
They can ask them, they can let them know, but they can't force them.
I reached out to Durham to see when counselors can expect to be compensated and was told it would be done by Tuesday, November 14th. A spokesperson said some counselors have been paid and others are in process. We heard the same concerns and are working to resolve them. 2 days after the Woodmore crash, Durham made this commitment in a video posted on YouTube.
The families and the communities have my prayers, my thoughts, and my promise.
Almost a year later, Cherry and Elisa say that promise from Durham hasn't been fulfilled.
You can walk down the hall and just, you might have a little flashback of one of the kids. So it's never gonna be business as usual for us.
Durham officials told me the Department of Education first made them aware of the problem last week, but the superintendent told me Durham's known for months. I filed an open records request to see when the dialogue started and received these documents today. I'll have that part of the story tonight at 6. Latricia.
All right, Catherine, we'll look forward to that. Thank you. Durham's CEO at the time of the bus crash, David Duke, stepped down from his position and took on a different role within the parent company, National Express. We asked Durham if the move was related to the bus crash, and we're told the crash had nothing to do with it, and it was part of a long-planned phased